Hello there, my YouTube family. How are you? I am Helen Sattler, your Destiny Helper, here once again, elated about the questions that you're sending to me and the comments that you are making. I am so grateful and so appreciative of you all, my new subscribers on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much. I really appreciate the time you take to listen to the videos and how you're stating the videos are such a blessing to you. I pray that that will continue as you travel this road to freedom. You are very bold, very audacious to even travel this road. Many wish they could have, and they did not, but you made a difference because you did not stop at anything until what you got what you deserve for you, and some of you for your children, and that's absolute freedom. Well, let's get to the question. The question of the day is, why do my narcissists constantly overthrow things I say, and he constantly attack my mind when I'm trying to give him the best? I negotiate, but it doesn't seem to help. What is going on? Well, when you look at what is happening, a lot of time the narcissists, they have bad habits called gaslighting. Gaslighting is when you have an individual that is determined to change your focus, your thought, into their reality and cause you to doubt yourself and cause many inferiority complexes by constantly harassing the mind in the doubt realm and constantly telling you what is not and taking your view and making it obsolete. When you get gaslighting, many of you are with a narcissist, and it doesn't matter what you do, they don't like it. And when you see something, they come against it. And they tell you that you're crazy and it's a non-reality. Well, gaslighting is so much torture to the mind that the end result is to cause insanity, to cause you to lose your mind, because you can't trust nothing you say. You can't trust nothing you do. You are being opposed everything you do. And some of you on the job, there's such thing as gaslighting on the job, and this is when rumors are spread about you from a certain person, and no matter what you do on the job, they find something wrong with it, and there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, the report may have been absolutely awesome and it's everything the company want, but when you have a narcissist, because they did not give the report, they don't get the praise. They are going to gaslight, tear down, destroy, minimize, belittle everything you do. And many of you are experiencing this, being married to a narcissist, living with a narcissist, and no matter what you do, the narcissist does not find favor. You now have been so challenged in your reality until you don't know what your reality is. You have been so challenged in your mind, and the longer you stay there, he causes holes, or she causes holes within the soul. And these wounded souls cause so much damage in the mind, even brain damage. And this damage has damaged your mind, it damaged your will, it damaged your imagery, it damaged your character. You can't even think favorably on yourself. You don't think good of yourself. To you, you never do right, because the narcissist told you for years you didn't do it right, you don't say it right, you don't dress right, you don't comb your hair right, you don't look right, you don't manage money right. And the thing is, when you manage the money, there's something left over. All the bills get paid. When they manage the money, there's nothing left over and not all the bills get paid. But they transpose what they're saying and transfer all their negativity to you, while they take and tear down everything positive concerning you. And the longer you stay there, the more they got something I said before, the fading narcissist, where it's the fading wife, the fading supply, the fading individual. You start to fade, because the more the narcissist transfer their character on you, then all of the behavior that the narcissist is having, you start having. You start being negative. You were once positive and really gleeful. You was once happy and joyful. You had energy. I mean, you felt powerful. Now you feel powerless. You feel energyless. And you are wondering, do I do anything right? What the narcissist also does when they gaslight, they isolate you. They isolate, and their words become your Bible. Their words become your life manual. Their words become your dictionary. They give you what to think. They don't allow you to think on your own. They give you words to think, and your dictionary is limited to their vocabulary, and their vocabulary is always damning, damaging, belittling. They never devaluating. And once the narcissists go into the realm of evaluation, there soon would be a discard. They never continue unless you done show that you're not going to take it, and then you want to leave and they don't want you to leave. Then they go to love bombing. Love bombing is the trigger to keep you glued to their mind, to their mouth, to their heart, to their emotion, because the narcissists want your ears. They want your attention, and you will put your ears in their mouth, and they will never ever say anything positive if they know it's going to strengthen you. The narcissists know that gaslighting work. You know, they did a research and they found that criminals used it and knew exactly what it was, and they framed and baited the individual. They framed them with telling them what they wanted them to hear and what they wanted to believe. Then once they sow that seed of doubt, they start building around their doubt, building a whole orchard of doubt until this person who was confident breaks down. They got a movie called Kiss the Girls where what is his name? I'm trying to think of the young man who played God Almighty. He played in this movie, and he played an inspector, and he played an inspector to a man who was bossed by his mom, and his mom was a narcissist, but she took over his life, so he hated strong women. Every woman he would capture would be a very successful, a very powerful woman, and it called Kiss the Girls. Well, once he break them down, he didn't want them anymore. Once he break them down, he used them and abused them. He wanted to break them down any way he can. His whole goal was to break their will and break their spirit, and he was getting back with his mom, but he was using powerful women, and he would take them in caves and abduct them and rape them and viciously gaslight them, telling them what they are not and that they belong to him. And that's what the narcissists feel. The narcissists feel that you are their slave and they can tell you what to think. You, the dictionary, the encyclopedia, any information that you have should come from them. They limit your world by limiting your mind. If they limit your mind, they will limit your will, your emotions, your thoughts. They can limit how you think. They will synergistically get your thoughts around their mouthpiece and their words. Narcissists are very, very vocal because they understand the power of speech, and they understand that they need to be consistent in telling you what you are not. And a narcissist, where you can put on a pink dress, a narcissist will tell you that dress is black, and you're looking at the dress in the mirror and you'll say, no, the dress is pink, and they say, what is wrong with you? You see that the dress is black, and you start to doubt even though you're looking in the mirror and the mirror says the dress is pink. And then you start thinking, maybe I need glasses, maybe something is wrong. And you got to remember, gaslighting leads to insanity unless safeguards go up. The narcissist will come after your mind so much until you don't know whether you're going or coming. You don't know what day it is. You don't know what time it is. You just trying to remember that the year it is, because you just done lost yourself. You don't know what's real, what's not real, because he have scarred your brain, put holes in your soul until you doubt what you're physically seeing, even though you are seeing that and you know that you don't have a vision problem. Your mind has tricked you because the narcissist's voice, that was your mouthpiece. And he constantly told you, you're not good. You're not a good person. You're not a smart person. You are not pretty. You're ugly. You're too skinny. You're too fat. You're shaped funny. People are talking about you. My friends told me I was crazy for staying with you because you abuse me, and you get abused every single day. But he turns it and say you abuse him. And all of his friends, and it's a lie, none of his friends are saying that. None of his friends notice that. But you have learned to believe the narcissist and taken their truth as your mind. And they're telling you what to think. They're telling you how to think. They're telling you what's real. They're telling you the reality of their world. And most narcissists live in a fantasy world. They don't live in reality. They're immature, many of them. And they live in a fictitious world. They think they can get what they want, use whoever they want. And most people fall for it, so they go to a continuum thinking they can do this because they done had hundreds of women, hundreds of men, and they think that I can get anybody I want. All I need to do is work hard enough to convince them of my truth, not their truth, my truth. I need to get them over in my world to see through my eyes, to feel through my emotions, and I'm gonna give them my pain, and my pain becomes their pain, and their joy I'm going to crush. Their love for me I'm going to crush. I'm going to crush everything that I cannot exuberate, everything that I cannot properly reciprocate. I'm going to crush it, because if I don't have it, you don't have it. That is the narcissist, and they find that they want to succeed, but they don't want you to succeed without them. They want the joy. They want the credit. Everything you do, they want the credit for. And they say, you could not have done this without me. And you're thinking you was nowhere to be found. When I wanted you to be with me, you would not. When I wanted you to share the joy with me, you would not. You were the one who told me I couldn't do it. I couldn't have it. I couldn't be it. And then I found out I could do it. I could have it, and I can be it. And now he's trying to destroy. He's coming after your character. He's coming with his voice. The narcissist, the lower mid narcissist, they can be very physically violent, even though all narcissists have the potential of being physical or very calculative in destruction. All of them do. They just do it on a different scale. And mostly when you start going to higher mid-grade narcissists or the greater narcissists, those are your cerebrals. They are thinkers. They think while you're asleep. They think while you're crying. They're thinking while you're negotiating. And that's why you are finding yourself negotiating with them, and they don't negotiate the term. They just keep raising the bar. You will never satisfy them. And so when they are gaslighting you, they are causing criticism. They are causing wounds to you. They are telling you all limitation, frustration, and they're blaming you. That's the blame game. They say everything is your fault. My family told me not to marry you because I would lose myself. I am losing myself. And they know what is happening. You're losing yourself. And they'll tell you you're not catering to me. You lie. You give everybody your time. What is wrong with you? I'm supposed to be your husband. I'm supposed to be your wife. And you are literally giving all of your time, until many of you have children and the children are suffering because you're giving all of your time to the narcissist. He don't care about the kids. She don't care about the kids. What they care about is when they are there and you are there. All attention goes to them. And when you don't give them the attention, they tell you how selfish you are, how uncaring you are, and how pitiful you are to have a good woman, a good man, and that's what you do. You're not fit to be a mom because you treat the kids just like you treat me. See, everything the narcissist is, he takes, she takes, and blame you. You are that. So many of you done heard it so much until your will to fight, your resistance to come against it has been minimized. You barely have any fight left. You're almost caving in. This type of gaslighting have caused people to be institutionalized or commit suicide. Many people, because they felt so low and they felt so hopeless. If you ever get like that, the narcissist won't stop, because its ultimate fuel would be for you to take your life, because a narcissist that calls you to take your life feel like it is the ultimate reward, because he get the ultimate fuel, that he was better than the life you live, and they feel like gods. Or they get you and they break you down to a mental institution, and now you are going weekly for mental care under a therapist, psychiatrist, psychologist, counselor. And so you are thinking that I must be this, because why would he tell me this if it wasn't true? Because he's a narcissist, and they're filled with lies. They're filled with disgraces and dishonors, and these dishonors is not yours. They belong to the narcissist. They're transferring, like they mirror your good. They want you to take their evil, to take their pain, and they make sure that you know they're in pain, because they transfer it. They're feeling pain. If you're at peace, you're going to give me peace. If you're joyful, I'm going to feel and experience that joy, and we will be one as we are joyful and having ourselves a ball. But the narcissist don't think like that. The narcissist is miserable all day, 24 hours a day. That diabolical spirit will not let your peace be, because they envy your joy. They envy your peace, that you don't have the fight inside of you like they have the fight inside of them. And then people say, I love you. They can't feel what that's like. I love you to a narcissist is saying, use me. Have your way with me. Let me become your fuel. I'm going to do everything you say. When you say do it, I'm going to rid everything that is going to hinder me from listening to you. I believe everything you say. I believe you. I trust you. I believe you have my best interest. I believe you're the smartest when it comes to me. My life doesn't belong to me. My life belongs to you. I'm giving my mind, my time, my thoughts, my will, my body to you, because you are what gets me going. You are the reason why I exist. Sound like they want to be God. Gaslighting, misappropriate who you are. It misappropriate your position. It misappropriate your authority. It misappropriate. That's what it does. And you have to know. You have to know who you are. You have to know that you are great. You have to know that you don't have to be limited. You have to know that you don't have to be pressed down by anyone. You have to, when it comes to your mind, you have to manage your mind. You have to be responsible for your mind. Gaslighting is dangerous. It goes after the mind. It goes after the strands of strength that your mind have. Your mind can think at the speed of your Christian, at the speed of spirit. Their mind is quicker than any computers. They got computers from your mind, and your mind is under a hostile attack. It's under harassment. Your mind at the mouth of the narcissist. The narcissist take time to harass you, but they won't give you what you need in a positive sense. But they take all the time to tell you what you're not. You could have taken that 30, 40 minutes that he took and raved on you and told and spent time talking. But you got to remember the diagnosis of MPD and what that means. They got 9 traits that they're just going to constantly exemplify at your expense, and the narcissist does not care. And if you want them to care, they don't. And many of you have given yourself over to the narcissist. You move, you jump, you are jumping at a word. When they call, you jump. You no longer move with normalcy. You jump. You catapult into motion. You are being broke down. And you got to stop yourself, because the next thing to do is, once you train to allow yourself to be controlled, the next thing you're going to experience is control. A human control is very, very dangerous to the person being controlled. That's too much limitation. It'll break down your thought processes. Your brain take your reality of what you experience it, even if it's in the subconscious, unconscious, rather conscious realm. And the moment that you experience can be a disillusionment, the brain would take it as a reality. If you believe what the narcissist say, your brain would agree with you. If you believe what the narcissists do, your brain will agree with you. Your brain will not fight you. Your brain will take all timelines of the past and the future and bring it into right now. And all of that concentration of thought, all that concentration of being belittled, it breaks you down. You're broke down every day. You're crying every day. You're fighting every day. You're scared every day. You're apprehensive every day. Your stomach is upset. Your heart is always beating. You got headaches. You got blurred vision. You breathing hard. And it seems like it's laborious to take steps to do regular housework, to cook for the kids. You don't have the energy to go to PTA meeting. You don't have the energy to drive and go here. And so some of you even get beat up because you don't have the food together. You didn't go shopping. You just didn't have the energy. All of your energy is being absorbed in the presence of and with the narcissist, because you are just being gaslighted all day. They call you on the job and say, I was thinking about you. You know, if you hadn't did this, this wouldn't have happened. I would have been father in my life if it wasn't for you. You are a life trap. You're trapping me, and I'm going to fight back. And then they explain their triangulation by what you do. You made me sleep with her because you wouldn't sleep with me. And you're thinking, I would sleep with you. You didn't sleep with me. And they'll say it's your fault. I tried to come after you, but you are so malicious. You wouldn't even give me what I need. You made me go out. And you know that isn't true. So now your self-esteem, you feel inferior, and you feel like you can't even handle your own man. You feel like you're failing with your own husband. You know, you can't cater to your own husband. And he has to go out. He's not going out because you can cater to him or with anything you did. It was always on his mind to triangulate. And remember, they want to capture you. They want to capture your soul and box your soul. And you're just a walking corpse with everything that the narcissists want to do with you, want to do for you. Then you yield your life to the narcissist. And he's like a father figure and you like a child. She's like a mother figure and you're like a child. You're allowing them to take over your world, take over your life, take over your words, take over your thoughts. If you think beyond that, you think you've done something wrong. You don't know whether to do right. You used to think you were a good person. Now you think you must be evil. And then you feel guilty, and all of these crazy thoughts start running through your mind on a consistent basis, everyday basis, all night basis. They wake up in the night and they talk to you and talk to you and talk to you and talk to you. And every day they talk to you and talk to you and talk to you and talk to you and tell you you're crazy. You need to go see a psychiatrist. Well, you thought you was pretty sane, but now you think, oh, something must be wrong. You go to your counselor, you go to your psychiatrist, and you now look crazy because you're repeating what the narcissists say, and so they're looking at you like you got some mental issues, and your mental issues is you are bringing to them what came out of the narcissist's mouth instead of who you are, because you gave that up. You no longer know who you are, and you've given up your surroundings. You're by yourself. You're isolated. Now you feel that you don't deserve to be in the public, that you don't deserve to be with people, that you must be wrong. And you find yourself slipping. You're forgetting what day it is. You're forgetting that where you put the keys. They're in your hand. You're forgetting where your glasses are. They're on your face. You're forgetting whether you fed the kids, so you have to make notes of even when you feed the children, because they go without food because you thought you had fed them. You're going without food because you thought you ate, because your memory has been affected by the torture of the narcissist and telling you the belittling of what the narcissist say you are. He belittles you every place you go, every place you walk. He belittles you. You feel like nothing. You go to your family, you feel shame, so you avoid your family. You feel shame, so you avoid your friends. And after a while, you think you need another job because now the people know. They know something about me. They know I'm not a good person. Your dress changed. You done went from being spiffy and always elegantly dressed until you just throw on anything. You're having problems sleeping. You're having problems eating. Your stomach is upset when you eat. You have headaches, and they're on a constant basis. Your eye hurt on a constant basis. You get blurred vision, and it even hurts around the ears to the line of the jaw for so much pressure. And then your stomach hurt all the time. Then your function of BMs and urination has been misfunctioning and challenging, and it seemed like your breath, you can't catch your breath. Your heart is palpitating. Now it seems like your bones hurt. Every part of you hurt. It's just things happening because you are being gaslighted. When you lose your person, it can't be positive. When you are existing but you are not thriving, you are not producing, you are not succeeding, you are just in existing mode. The trauma of the mind is malicious. Trauma has no respect of person. Once it comes in, trauma knows its assignment is to bring ultimate pain, to bring pain to the point of where they can't even tolerate. The less tolerable the pain, the greater the torment. Because once you are tortured and it works, you're going to keep being tortured. Don't think they're going to feel sorry for you. Don't think they're going to be there for you. No, once you start to torment, get ready for more torment. That's how that ball bounce. You have to get yourself together. You have to protect your mind. When you know you're being gaslighted, when you know that he's going into criticism mode over and beyond regular criticism, you can't talk things out. You talk things out, you get blamed for everything that you talk out, and you can't do anything right. Or they never just hit the subject matter. They always evade the subject that you're dealing with, and it end up always being something else, and it never resolve the issue, never resolve what's going on with the kids, never get them ended up in school talking to the teachers, never purchasing clothes for the kids, never end up productive. And when you don't feel productive, you challenge your reason of existence, and that's what the enemy wants. But today I loose an anointing to pull you out of drudgery places, close places, lying places, gaslighting places, in the name of Jesus, where you can go forth powerfully, mightily, and rediscover who you are. Your rediscovery of who you are can be your best moment yet, because you don't realize how much you have grown. You don't realize how much you mature. You don't realize that in order for you to exist now and to still continue to exist now, that you had to display tremendous courage and tremendous strength just to maintain who you are, because the narcissist was so malignant in making sure you know that nobody wanted you, nobody loved you, you have no right to exist. And so I'm going to bring in another program about gaslighting, because it's very dangerous. Never take serious when people chop down your character. Never excuse them. Never take serious when you're jumpy and you just nervous. Never. A relationship should not be that emotionally destructive and binding. It should not be. Whom the Son make free is free indeed. You got to discover who you are. You have so much to give. And I promise you, if you allow yourself to grow through this, out of this, you're going to be stronger than you were at first. Much stronger. Much stronger. The new you is a very powerful, excuse me, a very powerful you. And what you have to do is remember. Remember why you wanted to get out. Remember why you crave the freedom. Because if you allow yourself, you will talk yourself right out of your freedom. And you'll go back to what you had, which was absolutely nothing with the narcissist. You'll get you to the fight zone. Excuse me. You will get used to the fight zone. And before you know it, the narcissist once again would have mastered your life. Master it tremendously. And you were wondering, do you have a life to live? Yes, you do. You are not what he said. You are not what she said. All the people that's supposed to be talking about you are not talking about you. Excuse me. And you're not a failure. So when he tells you that you're a failure, the truth of it is, if you turn around everything he say, more than likely you're going to get who you are. You are powerful, and they know it. You are mighty, and they know it. Success breeds all in you. That's why he chose you. You empower him, her. You pump him or her. You make them feel like the king they are. Without you, there is no grandiosity. Without you, there is no pedestal. That's how much power you have. Please take your power back. If you feel yourself slipping, find someone you trust. Talk to them. You need positive affirmation. You need prayer. Find somebody that you can confide in, that you can meditate with. Find somebody that will give you the strength you need. You can do this. I'll be back again with part 2, gaslighting. I hope that I answered your questions and you can see more clearly what is happening, and you have the ability to fight against it. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, like and share the program. Push the bell so every time I come on, you will get an alert. And remember, the most powerful you has yet to be seen. Please emerge and come forth, because you are more than anybody can ever say, but God. I'm Helen Sattler. I'm your destiny helper. Thank you once again for being with me. Enjoy the other videos. Strengthen yourself. Strengthen your mind. A strong mind is not easy to break. All right. Have an awesome day.